Hi, Walton Baptist Church. It's great to be joining you virtually this morning. My name is Rachel Conway-Dole and I'm one of the overseas team leaders at BMS. And I've been asked this morning to give you two videos. One is a short update on BMS and its work, and the other is more of a reflection on the scriptures. And so that's what I've got for you today. And I'm really excited to share with you some updates about BMS and the work that we're doing and have been doing. And it's just been an incredible few years, despite the last 18 months and the hardship that's brought for all of us. For those of you that don't know BMS, we're a mission agency. We work around the world. We work with local churches. We work with local partners looking to transform lives, and hoping that people will find the love of Christ in their lives through the work that we do, be that church planting, be that relief work, be that medical services, a whole array of things that we believe will show God's love to people around the world. So 7 years ago, when we were beginning to discuss what God might be calling us to do between 2015 and 2020, we were blessed to be involved in some incredible work around the world, and we knew God was doing some amazing things through our partners and personnel that were serving faithfully and selflessly for the gospel. But we felt like we were being called by God to do a better job of tracking down actually what was happening, every single part of the fruit of our labour, so that we could have the biggest impact on transforming lives. And so with that, we set ourselves a faith-stretching goal of seeing 1 million lives transformed over that 5-year period. It seemed almost impossible at the time, but so many good visions are. And we believed that by the grace of God and with the partnership of the global church, and with the faithful support of the Baptist community in the UK, and that includes you, that it could happen. We believe that if Baptists in the UK stood together with their Christian sisters and brothers around the world, that God could use us to touch the lives of a million of his precious children. And we're so pleased to say that as we've looked back over the last 5 years, from 2015 to 2020, and talked to our partners and heard about what's happened, that thanks to the people and churches like yourselves, that we did it. We reached those million children of God. It's just incredible, and I've seen that video a number of times now, and it's just so encouraging. It makes me so proud of all the partners we work with, the churches, the communities, everything. It's just such an incredible achievement and such a privilege to be part of. But where does that leave us? Where does that leave us now? We've got. Do we say that's it? We can all go home. We should wrap BMS up, and I think you'll believe the same as us that we will stand with those people that need life transformation for as long as God calls us to. So as this last season has drawn to a close, we've been seeking God as to what our next steps should look like. And it won't surprise you to hear that actually our mission hasn't changed. We exist to bring people to the saving faith in our Lord Jesus Christ and an experience of the abundant life that only He can provide. So we'll still be reaching out in word and deed to people like Susan, who need spiritual and physical food, and to people who have missed school and their exhausted parents who need to hear of eternal hope as well as immediate help. We'll still be helping people get desperately needed medical treatment, and we'll be providing relief to ensure families are given emergency vital support when floods, famines, cyclones and pandemics strike. And what we've learned over the last 5 years is that we believe in faith that together we can have an even greater impact over the next 5 years. And as we look to the next 5 years, we look at a context where actually 2/3 of the world don't yet follow Christ, where 8,000 people groups have never heard the gospel. We minister in a context where 2/3 of those who are Christians are amongst the world's most poorest and most marginalized. We see a world where huge numbers of people are on the move. If refugees and displaced people were a country in themselves, its population would be more than the UK and Ireland combined. And as we look at the picture of the world around us, what we sense is God calling us to consider not only the changes we long to see on the ground, but also how we go about that, how we go about achieving them as a whole Baptist church. So that's why over the next 5 years, we're seeking to serve 3 groups of people: the most marginalized, the least evangelized, and people on the move. So do keep an eye out for more information about these particular areas in BMS's work. We're so excited to move into this new season of what is really a turning point in the world. With the pandemic has forced us all to relook at what we do and how we do it. And we're excited to join in with mission with the local church, with local people, with local communities, to serve the most marginalized, the least evangelized, and people on the move.